Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're like me, someone who can't wait a year for season 2 of the Apothecary Diaries, I've got your back. Firstly, for those who don't know, the Apothecary Diaries written by Natsu Hyuuga follows the story of Maomao, a young girl sold to the imperial palace as a servant. There she meets Jinshi, a handsome eunuch who oversees affairs in the inner palace. With her knowledge of medicine and herbs, Maomao becomes entangled in palace politics, using her skills to uncover secrets because she's really good at it. The series is filled with mystery, slow burn romance, historical fiction, and political intrigue as Mama solves various cases with Jinshi and his assistant Kaoshuan. By the end of the first season, we uncover Mao's parents' story and get a glimpse of Jinshi's potential importance. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it because you won't regret it. Anyways, here I will try to tell you what to expect from season 2. We will discuss previous emperor, Jinshi's possible identity, Mama saving consort Lihu again, a scary story that still haunts me, and a cat, a dog, and of course a frog. The video obviously contains spoilers, so if you have a patience of a saint, you can skip this video. I'm just summarizing and giving my thoughts on the story, but if you want the full experience, you can read the manga or the light novel. Here we will start from volume 3 of the light novel and chapter 41 of the manga. In season 2, we will hopefully see Jinchi having a nightmare and later wearing himself out by practicing with his sword in his room, because he doesn't want Gao Xuan to be upset if he leaves his room at this time. I'm excited to see him practice because we mostly see him being charming and smiling. Though we did see him fight Basan, Gao Xuan's youngest son, in season 1, but I really want to see more of this side of him. Back to his nightmare, he sees an old man trying to reach him, maybe to give him something or simply to communicate. But his mother gets in the way, and the old man starts to grumble, letting out a cry. At that time, Jinshi is merely a child, scared and confused, holding on to his minder. After a while, an even older lady enters with several more men, most likely eunuchs. She has a calm expression, and upon her arrival, both Jinshi and his mother kneel down. He knows she is someone special and powerful, as he hears ladies in waiting says that no one dares to go against her. She gently asks the old man to go back to his room, but he is still frightened. Then, a sparkling object falls out of man's hand, drawing Jinshi's attention. It's a colorful stone, the hue hovering somewhere between vermilion and turmeric. Soon, the eunuchs escort the old man back to his residence. At that time, Jinshi had no idea what was going on, all he felt was fear. But later we learned that the old man was his father, the previous emperor, and the even older lady was his grandmother. Now we're divided into two possibilities. One, Jinshi is actually previous emperor's son and the brother of the current emperor, or second, Jinshi is Adua's son, the former consort of the current emperor, making him the emperor's son rather than his brother. Now I obviously believe that he is Adua's son mostly because they look alike, and the scenes where we see Adua and the Empress Dowager giving birth at the same time, there's a high possibility of children being exchanged. I'm sure you all agree with me, but still, tell me your thoughts in the comments. About the previous emperor, as you can tell by now, he was a coward. He feared not only Empress Dowager, but every older woman. In short, he was a pedophile. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that he's dead, or the story would be so difficult to read. The Empress think that she was cursed by him because when she saw the dead bodies of the Empress Regnant and the former Emperor, her husband, she found that his body had not completely decayed. So she called our cat to investigate. Note that the stone that Jinshi found is going to play an important role in her investigation. She will eventually find out that the former emperor spent his last days painting. He used special colors made from a stone called orpiment, which is dangerous since it contains about 61% arsenic. Arsenic is primary embalming agent because it effectively kills and stops microorganisms responsible for decomposition. That's why the emperor's body was still in better shape than his mother's. He obviously did not know that the stone was poisonous. Every time he painted, he was putting poison into his body without realizing it. For this video, the mystery part is done. Now let's talk a little about Maomao and Jinshi. Hopefully, their first interaction that we're going to see is when Maomao is creating a perfume oil with Quack outside Jade Pavilion because the scent in large amount can cause miscarriage and concubine Gyokyo is pregnant. Jinshi, along with my favorite side character Gaoshon, will arrive there and get their knowledge enhanced by our apothecary. Unfortunately for Maomao, her stuff is going to arrive there. The stuff that she did not want people to see. The private, highly secret stuff. Jinshi saw the boxes and of course he wants to know what's in there. Though Mama did try to show him away by telling him that it's her innerwears, but her plan failed when Gaoshan questioned what type of clothes require 3 men to carry them. The boxes were filled with adult literature, So if you ever wonder what Maomao tells concubine Li Hu, or what made concubine's Li Shu's soul leave her body, it was probably information from these books. They saw them, and Maomao explained how they are important for the ladies and how Emperor himself fancied these books. Now look, Gaoshun being interested in them is fine, because he's married and all, but Jinshi was also interested. So Gaoshun silently whispered, asking him if he wanted a copy or if it caught his attention. Our beautiful eunuch, who's not actually a eunuch, got a bit flustered. He shut the book up and denied any interest in it, while Maomao just stared at him. He picked them up again and said that maybe he can allow this transgression for once, causing Maomao's eyes to gleam. But then he asked for the shop where these books were being made, leading to awkward silence and him being flustered again. He kept denying, but ain't no one's gonna be believing him. I did though. And he does prove himself when she sees her friend quoting and reading the fictional book printed by the same shop. Natsu Hyuuga wrote Jinshi's character as a smart one too, along with Maomao's character. The way he handles the inner palace is really something to not overlook. Okay, question. Do you think Jinshi is smarter than Maomao when it comes to politics? I know my answer, do tell me yours. And also, with the help of those books, the ladies in the palace starts to learn how to read and write. Now I don't want to edit a long video, so let's talk more about the Apothecary Diaries in the next one.
Well then baby, I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change.